Hello, gentle viewers. This is Guardian, welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 25 with the St. Louis Cardinals. You're back-to-back World Series champs. What's my secret? You just need the two greatest seasons in the history of Major League Baseball. Easy. Baseball is easy. But yes, it's been a fantastic two-season run. We're going to try to keep it going and get the best team that money can afford. I still don't feel entirely confident in our pitching staff, if I'm honest with you. I think that is still the one area that gives me some concern. Yes, Harvey Haddix is great, and Johnny Padres is pretty good too. But Joey J is improving significantly. We have Gary Bell in the minors, who's waiting for a bigger role. So we have some options, but I would feel a whole lot better if we had some more starting pitchers that could be relied upon. A healthy Connie Johnson would certainly be a big piece of that. Certainly be a big piece. Let's take a quick gander down at free agency. Nothing too thrilling here. Yeah. Paul Pettit sucks. He's a two-way player, but he's bad at both of them. I will still offer him a minor league deal if he wants one, but I'm not going to give him any money. If he wants a chance to make the majors at some point, I'm happy to give him the opportunity, but he's not that good. Let's begin by setting up our stuff here. Gary, my boy, work on your control, I beg you. Um, Veda Pinson, work on your batting eye, your plate discipline. Jim Gentile, give me some quality of contact, please. Albie Pearson, I just need you to work on your defense. Look, you're already in a pretty good spot to replace Jay Woodling at some point. I just want you to improve a little bit more. I could have you try to work on power. What's two strikeouts? Oh, it's reducing strikeouts. Yeah, that's rough. I feel like we should lean into his already tremendous strength of drawing walks. So I think work on plate discipline. I think that's fine. Dick Stigman, please work on your control, my guy. Jim Small, work on your defense. No, don't do that. Don't even bother. Let me look at the Major League roster instead. Ed Boucher was phenomenal last season. I'd like to see him improve upon that even further. Um, your discipline's already really good, but I feel like it could be even better. Let's work on that. I know I'm boring. I always tend to work on discipline or control, but the problem is those are the two most important skills for the respective positions. Pitcher's got to be able to throw strikes, and hitters got to be able to know when to take a strike and when a strike is not a strike. Because getting on base and keeping runners off base are the two keys to baseball. Um, I was listening to the Astros play Cleveland the other day. Um, Man, they gave some childhood memories to hear Hammy's voice again, Tom Hamilton's. But I found it obnoxious that they would still mention what a player's RBIs were. Like, it just doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter. All RBI tell you is that someone has stayed healthy and has been in a good spot in a great lineup. That's not useless information, but it's not the kind of information to make any major decisions on. So I need a new assistant GM, somebody who wants to learn from my learning tree. I would like somebody. that has a high dev preference. You know what, Jason, you're good enough, but not good enough for me. Let's get Lloyd Bruce. He seems like the kind of guy who could gain a lot from my tutelage. Potentially. Because he will probably be the next GM of the St. Louis Cardinals once I finish with my bit. Let's just zip on down the line here. Oh, I do have someone needs to be activated. That's fair. I mean, I don't think you have had other offers because you've barely been in the game at all. Nice. If we ever get a smaller minor league footprint, I'll start hiring the coaches again, but there's just too damn many minor league teams. I'm sorry. Look, I do think it was a shame that baseball did what they did. I think it was 2 seasons ago where they got rid of so many minor league teams. But on the other hand, like back in the 50s and 60s, there's way too many of them. So it be like that sometimes. You know what? Enjoy your time with the White Sox. I'm not going to give you a second thought. Manager of the Year, another unanimous MVP for Mickey Mantle. The man did have a triple crown, so I feel like that's a good reason to make it unanimous. Um, yeah. Besides Mantle, did we get any other Silver Sluggers? Yes, Ken Boyer and Ernie Banks both got them. Nice. And Stan Lopata, and even Joey J. Wow, we had a really good offense last season. No reason we can't do it again, though. Is there anything else you'd like to add to this club? Ernie Banks is not a great shortstop, but I think he's good enough for our purposes. Jim Gilliam, again, isn't a great second baseman, but we can live with him. I think the most interesting problem we have is what to do with Jim Gentile. Because Mr. Jim here can only play first baseman. Ed Boucher can. No, he can't play the outfield either. Um, so I think our most fungible asset is Gentile. The other one is Gene Woodling. And I kind of want to keep Gene Woodling around, though. But I do want him to start playing a little bit less and start playing Albie Pearson more. Just to see what we can make of that. Other than that, it's depth, 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 depth. Always a critical thing to have on our team is lots of depth and possibly a starting pitcher. What are my owner goals for this year? That's not going to happen. That might happen. Yeah, like I cannot build a top three farm system overnight. I can't do both things. I'm sorry. I can't be competing for the World Series and also building a top five farm system. It's just not possible. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. That is how it is. Um, do make sure to let me know what you think we should start playing with in for our next Monday series. We still got a while for this one, but I do want to get some thoughts that people might have for an exciting series. Um, yeah. I will vote for Mort Cooper and Paul Derringer. Bob Feller, obviously. I'll toss a vote to Bob Elliott. I think he deserves it. Joe Gordon. I'm trying to miss any of the mega stars. No, they're all pretty much about the same level. I'm mostly picking people at random right now because there's so many pictures that are all roughly the same level, and none of them leap out at me as being super worthwhile. I will vote for Johnny Pesky. He had himself quite a career. Um, I'll toss a vote to Bobby Doe, not that it'll matter. I could vote for Campy. Is there anybody else who is near election where my vote might make a difference? Dutch Leonard, maybe. There's just too many candidates that are all roughly the same level of skill, which makes it difficult to choose between them. I don't think we need a bigger ballot. We need more people falling off the ballot. I think that's kind of what we need. First year player draft. Let's go. I'd love somebody that could take over at second base potentially. That could be handy. I'd love somebody that can be a great. Yeah, I'm not giving you any money. I will give you $0 and 0 cents. You either take it or you don't. But I'm not giving you any money. So don't even waste my fucking time, man. Bob Gibson will look mighty fine in Cardinals colors again, but other than that, a this is not a draft class that's filled with great players. Mike Cuellar is pretty good too. Tommy Davis is all right, but this is not the kind of draft class to get super excited about. So they can't all be Mickey Mantle, can they? I wanted to do a thing. Yes, I want to check on this. Meh. Paul Gilbert will never be successful. Um, Not controlled. It's that bad. What if I traded him for literally anything else? I'll take the best I can get. Jerome Yelvington. I actually like him quite a bit. He's stupid as shit though. Gene Fodge is uninteresting. You know what? It's my fucking team. Give me a Yelvington. I love me guys throw 100 miles an hour. Especially if they're left-handed. That's just wild. All players. I didn't see Claude Austin. He's another one that's actually pretty decent. Yeah, this is going to be a fascinating draft class because there's not a ton of great choices here. There's definitely some decent down ballot starters though, like your Jim Cott, your Dick McCallis, your Milt Pappas. It's apparently the entire 1960s Baltimore Orioles rotation, except for Jim Palmer. I'm not going to spend time thinking about what might happen. Let's just see who's still available at the time we get to draft. Okay. So the highest upside guy is Bobby Bolin. But he's also stupid. Or he's also not very low, and he doesn't work very hard. I don't think that he's a good risk to take this early in the draft. I'd rather get somebody that's a little bit more polished that has a chance to contribute a little bit faster. Milt Pappas is okay. I don't like his stamina, but he's a possibility. Dick Lines is also kind of dumb. Mm, Oh, it might be Line. I have no idea. I do want some middle infield depth. What do we have here? We have Leo Cardenas, who's is a mediocre shortstop and nothing else. Dick McAuliffe, mediocre shortstop and nothing else. Ron Hansen, slightly above mediocre shortstop and nothing else. I mean, I guess I could always teach people other skills. That's true. Milt Pappas is a pretty solid pitcher. I'm just concerned with his lack of velocity and his lack of stamina. Both of which are going to make him a little bit sussy as an everyday starting pitcher. But he is already at 37 overall, which means he could be ready for the big leagues very, very quickly. And that is an important ability right now, given that we're over halfway through our time with the Cardinals. No, Dean's schedule sucks. I'm not gonna waste my time with him. I will draft Milt Pappas for Joe Horner. Is Joe Horner better? He's definitely got stamina, and he's got some decent breaking pitches. His control's not the best, and he will get hit, but also strike some people out. And Horner is 20, so he should do up reasonably closely. I'm going to go ahead and take Horner. And this may prove to be a mistake. Just because Pappas is so advanced, but I think this is the right decision. Plus, I already have a lot of lefties in this rotation, so I don't know that another lefty necessarily fills my needs. And we're already into like the meh part of the draft. Vaughn McDaniel is a pretty decent relief pitcher. He's not a starter, but I think I can make him into a pretty good relief pitcher. I will happily take that for 550 bucks. Owen Johnson is just bad. Like, there's literally nothing about this pitching record that strikes me as this is a pitcher worth having on your team. Dean's schedule is at least worth trying to develop. And we are only in the third round already, so I'm willing to give him a shot. And then I literally don't care about any of these guys at this point. We've already burned through the interesting players. I will spend literally no money on any of you unless you have something really special. You're pretty good defensively, although you're not perfect. I think that makes you worthy of 2 grand. I will pay you that money. You are not very good, and you aren't even worth a penny. No, you are worth $1 American. If you sign for $1, then we can talk. Yeah, you're not a very good catcher. You're an okay outfielder, but you don't have the bat to stick in the outfield. So, yeah, I'll just let you depart. I'm literally paying you nothing. If somebody else is paying you actual real life money, you should take it. You should be like, fuck yeah, I'm making money. Well, I don't care. I offered you $1, you didn't take it, so get better. You're just baseball better, nerd. Uh, Dennis Hamilton. You're a fascinating pitcher. Like, you're definitely badly flawed. You've got some real issues on you, but you also throw incredibly hard with two amazing pitches. I think I can fix him. I think we're gonna give him a shot in the major leagues. Chip Chippendale. Oh my god. Max Serkant isn't a bad pitcher by any stretch of the imagination. I'm willing to give him a shot too. Sure. Draft. Could bring in Whitey Herzog. I don't think I will, but I could. I could do that. But there's the immortal Chip Chippendale. I don't know how you can pass that up, but I'm going to do it. I think in this era, the game calculates stamina a little bit too much. This is not a good pitcher. This is somebody who might fill the back end of a bullpen ineffectively. I don't know why he's rated at 47 overall because he's not that great. He is a lefty. I guess that counts for something. But he's got two slightly above average pitches, and other than that, doesn't really have any marketable skills. Um, it would be funny to bring Whitey Herzog to the Cardinals, the team that he managed for so long, but he never actually played for the Cardinals in real life. Um, so yeah, I think we just autocomplete the Rule 5 draft. I think I got what I wanted. Joe Altobelli would not have been a bad pick if he had still been around when I got to choose, but here we are. Fuck you, Steve Garvey. I don't think so, man. Yeah, you're gonna sit there and tell me, oh, these new whippersnappers only care about themselves. Like the fuckers in your generation didn't? Don't give me that bullshit. Don't even try it. Hal Newhouser sails in, even though I didn't even vote for him. He's fine, I guess. He's not a bad pitcher by any stretch of the imagination. I just don't see him as being terribly special, but sure. But sure. I think we just zip on down to spring training. I don't really think I need to mess with anything. Okay, motherfucker, I'm giving you no money. If you take the money, great, but I'm not giving you anything. I'm not gonna let you keep using me as a fucking ping pong ball. Yeah, I don't care, dude. I don't care. I am not gonna fight you in the least. You can play in the minor leagues for no money, or you can find another team, but I'm not gonna fucking give you even a penny because you haven't earned it. You haven't done jack shit. So, yeah. That's just how it is, guys. No, fuck off. You know what, dude? Go to hell. Here's your minor league contract. Take it or leave it. Um, I have absolutely all the leverage here, and you have none of the leverage. Nice. That's good owner action right there. But if we spend even more money on player development, I like where your head's at. But you don't have a legitimate offer from Washington. That's the thing. This glitch needs to be corrected. I think it's because teams are offering him a deal and then withdrawing it because he sucks. So it just keeps coming back to me. At a certain point, they should just sign with you. You know what? Enjoy your time with T, but I don't know where the fuck that is. Mike McCormick got better. That's pretty cool. Frank Bauman got worse. That's less cool. Albie Pearson is improving. Nice. Mickey Mantle is getting a little better. He's getting a little bit worse at center field, though. That is something we're going to have to monitor as he ages. Brachio, we got a tiny bit worse. Dick Stigman is throwing harder, which is great, but he still doesn't throw strikes. So, you know what, bro? I'm happy for you, man. I hope you enjoy your time with the Indies, but I don't think you will. That's funny. I could buy you for $28,000. That would be the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard of, though. I don't know the word still independent minor leagues. Let's take a quick scan arena. Um, any 50 potential pitchers. Nope. Let's just zim up to spring training. All right. Are there any rookies that deserve an opportunity? Veda Pinson apparently has done enough that he deserves some reps in spring training. We'll give him those. Mr. Yelvington here, I think, can have some opportunities there. Lizotte, McDaniel. Yeah. Apart from having Ken Boyer lead off, which I think is weird, I'd much rather have Woodling lead off. I think I will just swap it. Like, a Garth Boyer's power should be lower in the lineup where you can take advantage of it. That's the only thing I'm gonna contradict you on. And we're gonna do a 6-man rotation in the spring training. Um, and definitely go ahead and give Gary Bell some reps. And Mike McCormick apparently. We can try it. No improvement. Veda Pinson got better. Jim Gentile got better. And Dick Stigman got better. Nice. Running pod racing getting better. Bob Lemon finally being treated as a possible. Oh no, I already had Bob Lemon, didn't I? Yeah, he already had him. Johnny Cucks just hit a wall. That's might be done for his career. Losing that much velocity for a guy that was already kind of marginal to begin with is not going to do you any favors. Um, why are we letting Jim Gentile pitch? Are you drunk, game? He's not actually that terrible a pitcher. He's just not very good. Like, Ken Boyer dropped from a 70 to a 63? Why the fuck did he do that? Hmm. Hmm. Most distressing. Let's go to Friday, April 12th. All right. let's start setting up the roster. 41 players, of whom how many are pitchers? 22. Let's get down to 12. So 12 pitchers gotta go. Coates, Grant, Bauman, all gone. Lizotte, Schultz. Where does that put me at? 17. 5 more pitchers have to find a new job. McDaniel to the minors. Morgan to the minors. Asplund to the minors. I kind of want to give Yelvington a genuine shot because he's just that good a pitcher. Surkont can go back to his home club. I don't need him anymore. And I think Johnny Cucks goes back to the minors. That puts me at 12. That's fine. We're going to shift back to a 5-man rotation. And I will give Mike McCormick a chance to stay in the rotation, with Gary Bell being an emergency starter and long reliever. I feel like at a certain point I have to just let Gary Bell pitch and just let things come as they may. I also like Charles Grimsley as our stopper over Hoyt Wilhelm. It's close, but I'd rather he act as our bridge to Grimsley. I think Grimsley's just a little bit better as a pitcher with a little bit more upside than he has. He is great, though. He is really, really good. It's probably because of the knuckleball. The knuckleball being one of his best pitches means he's going to always be kind of all over the place. But Mikey McCormick here is going to get his shot to show that he has the raw skills needed to be a fine pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals. I'm now resting at 31 players, which means 6 position players gotta go. Pete Daly is the obvious choice. As much as it pains me, I literally nothing for Jim Gentile to do. He's gonna go to the minors. Um, Jim Bolger to the minors. I feel like Veda Pinson needs more time in the minors before he's even willing to be considered for the major league. Oh, hang on. These are short an outfielder. Because I definitely want 5 outfielders. Maybe this is Veda Pinson's first season in the major leagues. Or maybe I use Jim Bolger instead. So that, yeah, we'll use Jim Bolger instead. That'll actually give Veda Pinson a chance to improve in the minors before I'm have to deal with him and his nonsense. 3 infielders have to go. Sammy Esposito is one of them. Um, Andy Carey can't play shortstop. Dashkovich can. I have 6 outfielders. I did not scroll far enough. You silly game trying to trick me and shit. um, does Albie Pearson get more seasoning in the minor leagues? No, because I want Albie Pearson playing every 4 or 5 days in left field to give Gene Woodling a break and keep him fresh, but also to let him get a chance to try to fill that role for us. Um, Walt Marin is the overall better player than Jim Lemon, so I think Jim Lemon is the one that we're going to try to sneak through waivers and see if we can keep him around. There you go. Lineups I will set myself. Alright. Our leadoff man will always be Gene Woodling, at least until he is ready for a bigger role. Then I really like Ed Boucher hitting second. That gives us two big time on base threats, each who has enough power to make damage on their own. That's a really good 1-2 punch. Then it's the Mick. Then it's either going to be Ernie Banks, Ken Boyer, or Rocky Colavito. And I think it's going to be Colavito just because of his batting eye. So it's going to be Colavito, then Banks, then Boyer. Um, and then the question is, I think I bat Stan Lopata seventh, and Jim Gilliam eighth. Give me a new depth chart here. I definitely want Pearson playing more often than every 15 games. He can play every 7 games. Joe Caragiola may be a better catcher than Lopata, but Lopata's such a good hitter. Once a week is fine. This is good. This is a good depth chart. I'm comfortable with this. I like to add a young infielder. I think that's something that we could still benefit from having on this club. Um. Oh no. Anyway, the entire country of Poland got a perfect game. That feels like cheating, guys. I think that's a legal thing you can do is have an entire country pitch for you. What? The whole country? Such a good TV show. Um, I mean, I don't want being bothered by no hitters in the minor leagues, but sure. I mean, I know why I am. It's because I have it set for entire organization, but you know. I'm gonna go for news from my league at this point. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna look at the organization news. When you're playing a game where you're controlling every single promotion, I like to use awards as a way to do that. But in this case, I don't need that close an eye on what's happening, and you always get news on your shortlisted players. So yeah, I think that makes sense. We'll go with that. Let's baseball it up, yo. Oh, you're right. You're right. Yelvington needs to be added to the roster. Thar we go. Mike McCormick is on borrowed time. If he struggles in the month of April and May, he will get replaced by Gary Bell. Well, if you just said, Avi, I'm gonna tell you your best hitter on the team is it's Ed Boucher, I would be like, what? What? Walter Warren Spawn. Oh, it always tells me now. Okay. I mean, he doesn't have to unload 3 homers. That's not required. All right. Let's go through math. I want enough appearances and at bats for everyone to actually make a decision about where we might need to improve. Beyond the obvious answer of let's call Mickey Mantle 8 times and have 8 Mickey Mantles on the roster. That'd be pretty dope. Different people getting a little bit better, different people getting a tiny bit worse. Nothing too crazy here. All right. Eddie Matthews and Mickey Mantle, a pretty good combo. Okay. Just scrolling through the notes, see if there's anything interesting here. Is that Joey? Is that our guy? Joey J? Nice. Okay. What are we looking at as. Oh, what are we looking at for player development? I don't think I looked at that email yet. Here we go. No, I did look at this one. Maybe I didn't. No, because Joey J keeps throwing harder, which is exciting, but also troubling. No, I did look at this stuff already. Okay. The lineup's real good again. Real good. The bullpen is struggling. Charles Grimsley is not having a great season so far. The walks have spiked for no reason, which deeply concerns me. How about you stop doing that? Mike McCormick is struggling. But Gary Bell's not covering himself in glory either. Hmm. Our team defense is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Offensively, Gene Woodling is in real trouble this year. I think Father Time has finally caught up with him because he's not playing that well. As long as he's not hitting home runs, I can take or leave that. That's not what he's here for. He's here to draw walks and get on base, and I think that's hurting the rest of the team. Ed Boucher, phenomenal job. Exactly what we're looking for. Gene Woodling, not so much. I think it is time to let Albie Pearson play some left field every day. And I know, look, I get it. It's not even 200 at bats yet, but I think easing him out of the lineup and letting Albie Pearson have a chance to show what he can do is just going to make us a better franchise. It's just going to make us that much more effective. Mickey Mantle is also off to a little bit of a slow start by his standards. It looks like he's not getting good pitches to hit. I say this, the guy's so fucking insane. I'm not even going to question his talent or ability, but Jim Gilliam is problematic, and he's losing his defense at second base. He's not the worst, but I really wish we had a couple of young infielders who are really pushing things beyond just Veda Pinson, who is amazing and definitely deserves opportunities down the line, but he can't play the infield. So that is a deep problem that we'll have to address. Maybe this is our Gene Woodling replacement, and Albie Pearson will eventually replace somebody else. I don't know. If I can turn Jim Gentile into an improved infielder, I think I have to do that at this point. As useful as he is, he's always going to struggle in the major leagues because his contact is pretty bad. I think we try it. Ed, or not Ed Boucher, Jim Gentile, I would like you to magically transmogrify into being an amazing infielder. I will look at regulars, I'll even look at veterans. If I can find a replacement for Jim Gilliam, I will take it. Nobody will take him. I refuse to believe that people don't want him. Are you shitting me? A player with his raw talent and capabilities, and the best I can do is this chuckle fuck? I don't think so, bro. I'm not gonna trade him for nothing. So, let's see if Albie Pearson can help drive this offense even harder than it is right now. And let's go ahead and advance time. I could swap Ernie Banks and Rocky Colavito, but like Rocky Colavito is playing poorly. He's just not playing quite as well as Ernie Banks. And that's fine. I still think this is a good lineup. I don't want to fuck with it too much. Let's make it a thing. Like, look, if we can win the pennant and maybe another World Series, that'll solve a lot of problems. Bob Lemon is injured. Don't be sour, Bob. Let's get you a new pitcher. Mudcat, maybe? You can bring Mudcat back. Do some middle relieving. Yeah, things starting to settle down a little bit, which is excellent. And I'm sure that'll just keep improving. So let's not overthink this one and keep going. This is a little bit harder to deal with because I don't really have a good number of useful catchers. If I look at my player development chart, yeah, it's not great. Roy Chambers might be the best of the bunch just because he's at least a competent catcher. I think we'll go with that. He's not a great player, but I think he's the best we're going to get in a short term. And I do like his positional flexibility. That's pretty handy to have. And we're just gonna drop him in as the backup catcher. Okay. I'm hoping Gene Woodling is going to be a good sport and isn't going to start belly aching about not starting, but we'll see. Blob Lemon. Blah blah blah. Um, I'm gonna have you rehab. I'll be honest with you. I don't really have a place on my roster for you anymore. I think you're just not the guy you used to be. So yeah. I mean, who of us is really? That's a fair question, but Uh, pro tip: the bubblegum and bubblegum cards was fucking terrible, and I'm glad that they took it out. Just so bad, so bad. Um, I'd rather eat the baseball card than the bubblegum that came in the baseball card. Ron Plaza improving is only going to help him in the future. Yeah, he is amazing. Good old Lee Walls. I just because the reserve clause still exists, I just don't really have much reason to get too involved. Albie's doing pretty good. Pretty good. The lack of power is going to hurt his top line value, but he's getting on base at a really good clip, and that's what matters the most. His defense is also sussy, but that will improve with time. Really good lineup top to bottom. Not too much to complain about. Jim Gilliam is even improving a little bit. He is getting on base. We have a very good on base percentage, and that is so key. Ken Boyer has taken a bit of a step back, but he's such a good third baseman. Wait, what? I beg your pardon? He's a center fielder now, too, okay? You know what? Not going to question it. Not going to question it. Let's keep it up. I think all the bench coaches get to stay. I'm not going to overthink this one. They've all had really good seasons. We developed so many incredible hitters that I can't lose my hitting coach. So extension for you, extension for you. And our scouting director has done a great job of finding us diamonds in the rough as well. Extension for you. Extensions for everyone, including me, hopefully. Maybe. That's not nice. You're not allowed to shut me out, but it's okay. Johnny Pod Racing, Charles Grimsley both make it. Stan Lopata, Ed Boucher, Ernie Banks, Ken Boyer, and Mickey Mantle. There you go. Alongside Ricky Rocky Colavito didn't make it, but I'm not that annoyed by it. When the rest of the league is just really, really good, and I've already got well like 7 All-Stars, I think we can survive. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7 All-Stars. Wild. Okay. Let's get after it. Veda Pinto is the #1 prospect in Major League Baseball, which is hilarious because I don't know where I'd ever play him. He's such a good player that he deserves a chance to play in the major leagues. I just don't know where I'd put him. Can he learn second base? That'd be pretty cool. Herbert Bracken is deeply uninteresting to me. I will pass, thank you. Good old Joe Garagiola is ready to come back. Roy Chambers has certainly not done anything too exciting, so we will send him back to the minors and bring back our catcher. The catchingest catcher that ever catchered. One thing I don't do enough is check on my bench. Who is struggling this year? Gene Woodling is actually playing really poorly. I feel like trading him now might piss people off, but the fact is he's not helping the team, and this is a roster spot that Veda Pinson could be filling. What if I offered you for a? Actually, you might not even let me trade you. Yeah, you won't. And cutting him would be so devastating. Um. mm, yeah, Frank Duncan the third has turned it around a bit. I'll see if he'll take a demotion. No, he won't. He has 37 though. I think I'd rather have Bob Lemon. What if I traded him for literally any prospect? Oh, I wonder if he's also a 10-5 guy that won't let me trade him. Yeah. Blah 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 blah. Maybe Yelvington could benefit from some more time in the minor leagues. Let's send him down and then call up Bob Lemon. That young whippersnapper. All right. Um, would Gene Woodling waive his no trade clause? He would not. Unfortunate. Because I really need a young infielder. Oh, let's start the trade deadline day. I could get Reg Scherdienst back. That's a young whippersnapper. I'm gonna stop saying whippersnapper. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. Um, let's look at infielders. Make a trade. Players. Okay. All leagues potential of at least 50. Defense of at least 50. At second base, third base, and shortstop. What does that give me? Oh, because it's wanting all three of them. I'm not that picky. What if I just looked at second base? Okay. Wonder what it would cost me to get Wayne Kelsey. Probably quite a lot. Yeah. Yeah. I think the problem is there's just not enough top line talent for people really interested in trading. Which is fine. Shortstop open things up. It does open up Felix Mantilla. But you're not going to give me Felix Mantilla. You'd be stupid to do that. Maybe they're feeling stupid today. I don't know. Yeah. The problem is I don't have a lot of stuff to offer because G Willing won't take a trade and nobody else is really that fungible. And I just don't think I'm gonna be able to make a deal that makes a difference. Adding Clem Labine to the bullpen would be nice. Adding another experienced arm that we can trust in a tight situation. I wouldn't hate that. Okay, now we're getting people that are willing to trade. I might as well just not trade Jim Gentile. Barry Latman is perfectly cromulent. Is there a reliever that you want? I'd rather trade a reliever for you. Um, hmm, I could trade Marin and then call up. I just really want another great arm in the bullpen. I'm greedy. Yes, I think this is the right decision. I think we go ahead and make this trade, and then we call up Veda Pinson to take his spot. So departing will be Mudcat Grant once again. Adding in will be Clem Labine, and then coming from the minor leagues will be Veda Pinson. Pitching wise, Mr. Labine, I would love you to be a middle reliever that we use more often. Where does Pinson play? Let's generate a depth chart and see. Absolutely not for that, but I will let Veda Pinson play once every 7 games in left field, but he is not playing over Woodling. And then copy that depth chart, please. No, just kidding. No, no. Copy. There you go. Like, I'm not gonna play Gene Woodling just because he is a veteran. Yeah. What happened here? Okay, yeah, Veda Pinson's gonna get some playing time on an irregular basis because Albie is still crushing it. He's actually not crushing it. Hmm. 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 Pearson's got such tremendous tools that I feel like I can't abandon him just because Veda Pinson is the shiny new toy. So let's just let this work for a little bit later, a little bit longer, and then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I gotta run so many errands today. You traded Bob Serve. Yeah, trades just didn't get made this year. It's hard when it's so easy to keep your frontline talent, and people don't want to trade frontline talent for anything that isn't going to increase their chances significantly. So it makes sense. Albie Pearson is getting better though, which is great to see. I just wish you'd pay a little more attention to his defense, but Connie Johnson, yeah, we crushed it. We had the rookie of the month, pitcher of the month, and the hitter of the month. Nice, 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 nice. You got it, Bob. You know what, brother? You didn't pitch for us for very long, but you've been a great mentor to the young pitchers on this staff. So kudos to you, my man. Kudos to you. Man, the Braves pushed our shit in a little bit there in that series. Mickey Mantle challenging for Triple Crown again. I don't think he's gonna make it, but he might. Haha, Yankees, fuck off. All my homies hate the Yankees. Albie Pearson got it again. Nice. I think his skill set is always just going to be really fascinating because I hit singles and draw walks, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But it is going to limit his long term viability. I think Veda Pinson could easily take over his spot if he develops quickly enough. Um, yeah, I think that's very possible. Um, I'm not going to bench Mike McCormick yet, but I do think there is a fair to Midland chance that Gary Bell's going to take his spot next. Is Mike McCormick, or is he just hopeless? Yeah, we're going to swap him now. Gary Bell, you've earned your shot. Mike McCormick, you have earned the role of specialist and middle reliever. Um, you're a decent pitcher. I'm not going to say you're bad, but you're not good enough to be a starter. You don't strike enough people out. You have way too many home runs. So, yeah. Let's let the youngins give it a shot. This is a very interesting rotation where we have 3 people under 25 and 2 people over 30, which is wild. Truly, truly wild. Haha, Yankees. You can get fucked, nerds. Do I want to call anybody up? Not really. I feel like if someone Jim Gentile's gonna want like $20 million, and I'm just gonna be like, "Don't be stupid," and he's gonna cry. But I mean, Ed Boucher does everything that Jim Gentile would do except hit home runs, and I've got plenty of home run hitters. I don't necessarily need guys that'll hit like 50 home runs. That's not a thing that is required for this franchise. Let's not take our foot off the gas though, gentlemen. Let's not let those Braves sneak in there. There we go. Another pennant. Nice. Hank Aaron got a batting title. The White Sox won the AL. And we did not win another batting title. I'm sorry to inform you that Mickey Mantle was the best player in baseball, but not the best player in Major League history this year. Really took the year off this year. What a lazy bastard. I'm joking, obviously. He's real fucking good, and I'm glad that we have him. Yeah. We're just gonna head right into things here. Pitching staff. We probably roll with Gary with a four-man rotation and Gary Bell coming in when we need him. I don't think Harvey Haddix is the ace anymore. I think he gives up a little too many hits, but I don't know who is our ace. Maybe Connie Johnson. Connie Johnson had an amazing year. You know what? Let's rejigger our rotation for the postseason. Let's let Connie Johnson take center stage. I feel like Ralph Terry. No, I don't think Ralph Terry does have the inside track on Rookie of the Year. I think there's plenty of people that could compete with him for that. Is Connie Johnson rested? Yes. Let's pitch Connie Johnson as our first pitcher. Excellent start. You love to see it. I wonder if Gene Woodling would retire. Probably not. Johnny Pod Racing did not get slapped. It was actually Chuck Grimsley that fucked up. No, it was Pod Racing. Yeah, they both struggled really badly. Mm. A lot of people retiring. Not really people that I care too much about, but okay. Nice. Frank Sullivan, didn't you play for me at one point? No, not even close. Okay. I'm thinking of Frank Bauman, and that guy sucked real hard. Joey J got torn apart. That's not great to see. But Connie Johnson and Mickey Mantle locked us in. Come on, Johnny. Let's win one last championship for Bob Levin before he retires. No? Okay. Harvey Haddix, please? Please? Closing my eyes. Damn it. What a wild ending, though. Look at this shit. Tied going into the bottom of the ninth. A fantastic moment. What was the final play that scored them the walk-off game? Charles Grimsley gives up a single. Eddie Matthews gets a walk. A fucking error? Albie fucking Pearson shits the bed in left field. That is what ended our World Series. Oh my god. What an absolute shitty time to fuck up. That is a big bummer. I mean, look, we should have won the game. We should have won game six, and Johnny Padres got obliterated. Um, damn. So we do not win three consecutive World Series. We do win three consecutive pennants, and that's pretty damn good. I think we can be proud of what we accomplished. Um, in a year when Mickey Mantle was really the best player in baseball, not the best player in baseball history, we still had a pretty great season. Um, and I think our pitching is getting exposed. In the postseason, you have to assume that other teams are as good as you at hitting, and I think we're missing those really great starting pitchers that are like, I trust you. Get out there, get on the mound, and give me a quality start. We have some of them. The problem is very few of them are consistent. Like I think Harvey Haddix's best ability is availability. He just doesn't get hurt, and he can throw reasonably good strikes for a reasonably amount of time. But I do think the game is starting to pass him by a little bit. I think we really need a young, dynamic starting pitcher or an established veteran who can just step up and be like, I'm fucking amazing. I think that is a real issue with our present um, team. And I think it's going to hurt us every postseason if we run as somebody that has better pitching. Um, I think we're a little bit too left-handed also, but we can talk about that as we review the things that happened. Okay. Hank Aaron fell down the stairs. He's silly sausage. Jim Hegan retired. Good for him. Yeah, fucking Strange is damn right because you didn't earn it. They definitely earned it. I'm not gonna be a little bitch about this. We just got beat. Review season goals. Nice. Very happy. 5 years, 60 grand a year. Let's fucking go. We did it, gamers. We did it. Let's break down the season, see where we did well, where we didn't do so well, and where we could do better next year. Mickey Mantle, you fucking scrub. I'm joking. I'm absolutely joking. What an incredible season he had. Um, maybe he's like 1% worse, but he's still one of the best players in the entire league. In fact, the best player in the entire league. I do think he's even was an okay center fielder. Like I certainly don't have to push him out of center unless there's a really good reason to do so. Led the league in on base percentage and scoring runs, and led the league in OPS. I'm pretty pleased with him. Ed Boucher is so incredibly good. Just so incredibly good. He gets on base, he drives the ball. He's what you're looking for in a first baseman, quite frankly. Ken Boyer, maybe a tiny bit of the top is being sliced off, but he's still a fantastic third baseman, a worthy all-star, and a damn fine player as well. Um, Pretty happy about his performance. Even if his power slipped a little bit, it's possible that just 1956 is just his career year. Rocky Colavito trained in another very solid season. Um, is he plateauing? Maybe, but he's also only 24. So let's not worry too much about him. Ernie Banks getting it done, led the league in triples, which is a fun fact. Um, Incredible power. 43 home runs from a shortstop is pretty crazy. Stan Lopata, very fine season as well. Very fine. Not last year. Next year is never going to happen again. 35 home runs from a catcher who had never hit 20 was just one of those years. It was magic. But even this version of Stan Lopata is one of the best catchers in the league, so I'm not going to complain about it. Albie Pearson was given the ball and he tried to run with it. I still think there's more to him, and that was a crippling error at the end of the thing, but we'll see how it goes. He may have some competition with Veda Pinson, because Veda Pinson can develop as quickly as we think he might. He might replace Pearson, but Gene Woodling, I would strongly consider you. I would strongly consider retirement at this point. I will offer you up as a trade because I don't think I'm going to keep you around. I just don't think there's any value in that. I think your best days are far behind you, especially when you get like a Jim Donahue. Yes, this is a no-brainer. The fans aren't going to love it. They're going to get a little bit salty, but it's the right decision. It's the absolute right decision to add a pitcher with this upside, even if I don't actually use him because I'm gone at that point. He's even from St. Louis, which is even more fun. But yes, I think that was by far the right decision. I think G Woodling is washed. Um, yeah. Oh, the Giants and the Dodgers moved this year. I think. I'm pretty sure they both moved. Yeah, they did. So, um, what about the pitchers? Were the pitchers any good this year? Connie Johnson was outstanding. Um, Durable, excellent pitcher, lots of strikeouts, very few walks. It's what you look for in a great pitcher. Johnny Pod Racing had a nice bounce back season. Last year was a bit rough for him, but he is back. Uh, and he pitched very effectively indeed. Harvey Haddix is what he is at this point. He gets a good number of strikeouts. He pitches a whole bunch of innings, and he gets his brains hammered in because he just gets hit an awful lot. Hoy Wilhelm had a fantastic season. I probably need to make him my closer next year. Joey J did not build on his success from his rookie season. He did stay healthy, important, but he's not throwing the ball for strikes, and that is hurting him. It's putting him in very lots of uncomfortable positions. Rest of the bullpen ranged from decent to not very exciting, like Dennis Hamilton. My boy Dennis here just can't stop walking people, so that may be an issue that we'll need to address. However, we won the National League pennant. We came within a couple of at bats of a World Series championship for the third year in a row. I'm going to choose to see this glass as half full, and we're going to come back next year even better and get back where we belong. Thank you very much for watching as always. I hope you're enjoying the series. If you have an idea for what our next series should look like, please feel free to post it in the comments. We're going to play as one more team in this franchise, one more after the Cardinals. So thank you for watching, and until next time, this has been F Guardian, and I bid you good day.